complaining.
All right.
The Lord spoke some things to me, but when will they come to pass? Complaining. Is it worth it? I sacrificed as I was told, and now I have nothing. Is it worth it? Lord, my rent, my mortgage, my car payment is killing me. Complaining, complaining, complaining. Is it worth it? Not doing what God specifically told you to do. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? I know folk, I look at some folk and I can see that God has a calling on their life, but because they have made a mistake, they scared of the folk. They're scared to say what God give them to say. But I'm not one of them.
All right.
Amen. You stay stuck on my past.
All right.
Because the past means I don't got past that. So that means the past is back here. You stay back there with it.
All right.
Hello, somebody.
Amen. Amen.
Glory to God. You can lose out. Glory to God if you don't do what God told you to do. You remember the story about Jonah? God told Jonah to go down and tell the folk in Nineveh. Glory to God. But Jonah did not want to go to tell them because he knew he was serving a merciful God. And he wanted the Ninevites, glory to God, to be destroyed. God said, go down to Nineveh and tell Nineveh what I told you to tell them. But Jonah did not want to go. Have you ever said to yourself, I ain't giving them a word? Let them run into a brick wall. Come on now, was that right to say?
No.
Is it worth it? Is it worth saying it? Hello, somebody.
Hello.
I know I've said before I'm not giving no word, and they're the first person that gave word when I got to the church. Hello, somebody. God will change things.
Yes, he will.
But he said, go down to Nineveh and tell them what I tell you to tell them. But the Bible declares that Jonah, oh my God, Jonah, he thought that he could get away. He went down to Tarshish. He paid his fare. He paid for this drowning. He paid his fare. He jumped on the boat. But the Bible declares that by and by, after a while, there was a storm that rose, and the men that was on the boat, they were up there. They were scared. But Jonah, he was down there in the bottom of the ship, and he was fast asleep. Don't you know some folk won't do what God tells them to do and go to sleep? And be rested? But the Bible declares that they didn't want to throw him overboard at first. They began to tell everybody to call on your God. But Jonah told them, said, if you toss me overboard, everything will be all right. By and by, after a while, when there was no change, when they tossed him over, get to stepping. God had a fish that was right there that swallowed Jonah up. He took Jonah into the deepest part of his belly. The Bible declares that after a while, by and by, Jonah came to himself. He said he would do what God wanted him to do. Here comes the fish. Got near the shore. Spit Jonah up. Jonah got a run in his feet. And he wasn't Run Joe. He was that one that we used to watch years ago. The cartoon. Where he goes, zoom. Who's that cartoon, we? Road Runner. We used to love them cartoons. Hello, somebody. The Road Runner. Jonah was like the Road Runner. He didn't see nothing but Nineveh. But was it worth it? Moses, one of the greatest men of God that we could think of. God told Moses, I want you to gather the people.